Hello. All right. So, trying something a little different today. I know that we were playing with the yelling snake before, and we might do that after this. But I felt like making a Stoneforge Mystic junk deck. I don't really have a good reason for it. I just felt like making one, and I'm kind of curious to see how it's gonna do. One thing I want to point out is that this is the way that I brew decks. Oh well, I need to get a third card in the sideboard. Sure. The way that I build sideboards when I'm just trying to brew stuff, it's not like a real sideboard. It's like cards that I think maybe should have been in the main deck in some number, and then I can just like swap them in and out as I play to get a better feel for how the deck plays. So that's why the sideboard is just like a bunch of weird cards that seem like they probably belong in the main deck instead of the sideboard. So what are we doing here? Well, we got Esper Sentinel. I've been playing with Esper Sentinel in a bunch of different decks recently, like the Days Undoing decks and stuff like that. I kind of like it. I think that you need to run it with Stoneforge Mystic, though, just for the additional, or I guess you could also run it with Urza Saga, make some construct tokens on the way, and then at the end, you can get out a Shadow Spear or something like that, and that can buff up these boys. But for this one, they're just kind of there to slow down the combo decks. Obviously, we're not in blue, so we need something to put the brakes on those folks. And part of it is gonna just be hand disruption. So running 6 in the main, I'm running 4 duresses in the sideboard. My middle click's not working at the moment. I'm not 100% sure why. It's like been in and out, so I can't zoom in on these. But well, actually, hold on. Where's zoom? Zoom hold is Q. Okay. Okay. So one of the things that I like to do sometimes is to just run all different arts on things, especially with hand disruption cards or other like sanity taxing cards, because I find it funny, and my opponents, especially back when paper was a thing, and it may be again soon. We'll see. But running with like white border cards or like just non-matching arts like makes some folks' heads explode, which is an advantage if it doesn't bother you at all, and if it's not like a huge mental tax to like, I don't know, there's some cases where you need to remember which one you played or something like that so that you're not giving additional information. But whatever, it's fine. I like doing things that are a little loose in that way because it makes people think that everything that I'm doing is loose so that they know how to play against me appropriately. I don't like to fool people. So anyway, this is the... Wait, hold on a second. Why is this sideboard size? Oh, there was another card. Ah, okay. So anyway, this is the deck. We got some hand disruption. I'm not sure what the removal suite's going to be, so a bunch of that's in the sideboard. And I'm also not sure because I haven't played Junk at all in this format. So, I'm running the Swords to Plowshares and your Endings Prismatic. And I'm not sure if that leaves any room for Assassin's Trophy and Abrupt Decays. I think that these are generally better cards than these, but I can see instances where I might want to mix. Regardless. We're going to just test it out. We're just going to throw it against the wall. And then if there's time and some folks show up, I might like run out this, the updated version of this Yelling Snake deck. It has significantly fewer than 100 snakes. I don't know why that's a mistake, and I'll have to fix it later. The one thing that I am running, though, is Meddling Mages in the sideboard. I've tested it a little bit. I think that this is probably like the best iteration of the list so far. It feels real nice. The thing that's interesting about it... Oh, now middle click works again. I don't know. The thing that I'm trying that's different is I'm running like multiple Sylvan Libraries, like more than you'd normally run. I think it's like 2 max. But I found that it's really good in this deck because you're running a bunch of fetches anyway. Like, it sucks if you get multiple on the top, obviously, but you know, you can pitch them to Endurance, and you have the life gain from Omnath. So I found that, and also, like, when you play them on turn 2, folks can just Prismatic Ending them. So, like, having multiple copies is not the worst. I tried having 4, that felt like one too many. You know, it's hard to get a sense for percentages when you're playing an 80 card deck, but so this is what I'm running now. But regardless, we're not there yet. Well, I guess I also did a. Well, no, that's fine. All right, so let's try this junk deck. Junk, yes, that's the name of the deck, right? I just called it junk. That's a all right. Well, maybe we'll come up with a better name as we play. One of the, like, I guess more wild choices that I decided to make in building the sideboard is the Witch Stalkers. Witch Stalkers have hexproof, and if you're running equipment, sometimes you just need a body to put the equipment on that's not gonna get removed like instantly. So I'm gonna test those guys out, and I like the art on them. I like their big long dog faces. All right, we're gonna start off with a couple of Esper Sentinels. We're gonna not play the Bayou for as long as we can because I don't want to get wastelanded. Let's open these up. And again, I haven't even tested this deck yet. I just built this like right now, and I was like, you know, I feel like streaming this. I was just gonna do a league by myself, but I'm like, you know what? No, we're gonna make some content for the internet while we're doing this. All right, so what are we up against? We're up against a delightful little cat named Niditis1. Niditis. I don't know. Okay. So we're getting a lands deck, it looks like. I'm not sure who else would be running a Mox Diamonds. Good to see a Wasteland not in there. Bio might be safe for a little while longer. I'm going to guess not, though. I'm going to guess that they're going to Life from the Loam soon. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and... Actually, I should have played... Well, too late now. Yeah, I want to Inquisition this turn. Sorry, Endurance. You're going to be sitting in my hand for a little bit. Because I messed up. All right. Let's go ahead and play Esper Sentinel 2. And, ooh. Kaya. Exile target. Yeah, Kaya can just, like, eat all of my folks. I guess Endurance can, too. But I can remove Endurance. So let's get rid of Kaya. And get in there for our damage. What I should have done is I should have just played Bayou that turn. I was too busy thinking about the Wastelands, and that put me on a little bit of a tunnel vision path there. Okay, we got Knight. That's 100% gonna get eaten. Oh, and now it can get eaten by a Grist. Alright, so not the worst start. By the way, oh, never mind. Okay, so we're up against the lands deck, so these Esper Sentinels are looking not so hot right now. That is targeting my Grist. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Grist already got rid of the Knight, so that's... Ooh. Alright. So, Endurance will come out to play. We got one more land till Batterskull. No real answer for the Sylvan Library just yet. Alright. Just eating these Knights of the Reliquary alive today. I guess I'll put those on the bottom. I don't really see a reason not to, and you never know if they're going to be using their graveyard for shenanigans. I haven't seen this exact type of build of a lands deck before, and they're running a lot of non-standard cards, so they have a bit of a brewer's advantage. Oh, they're just done with their turn. Alright, well, what do you have in your hand then, champ? Ah. Well, glad I did that before combat, obviously. Well, I'll take the Dark Confidant that I already knew was in there. Keep him from drawing some cards, and we'll see if we can get this Batterskull in play. Because that will... okay. Are you going to let me draw a card? Because you gotta. Alright. Opponent discards a card. Well, I'll make the Discipline discard and discard the Batterskull, because Sylvan Library is going to get me more cards than... nice. Of course. Let's just pass. Not in any real rush. It would make sense for them to -2 Lily here. I'm just going to sack my Esper Sentinel, of course. We'll see what happens with my Sylvan Library. I'm probably just going to pay to draw all the cards because I need to get around this Liliana of the Veil. Yep, sack the old Esper Sentinel. I'm going to leave the Prismatic Vista because there is a chance that always, yes, always yield. And we'll see what's on top. Ooh, got some good stuff. Yeah, I'll pay life to keep all these folks in hand. Seems real good to me. Especially facing down a Lily like this. Yep, let's get the Cauldra Compleat. And let's just toss down a Goyf. Seems pretty good overall. Alright. Pass back to the opponent. Tarmogoyf's a little small, but it's, let's see. Yeah, artifact, creature, and sorcery is what we got. That's fine. Now my Tarmogoyf's bigger. Alright. This player discards a card. Yep. I don't really want to fetch right now. Oh. Opponent packs it in. All right. Junk is Junk sitting pretty at 100% win rate. All right. So what are we thinking? It's a Lily deck. They did run a bunch of creatures, so I feel like Esper Sentinel is maybe not going to be at its best. Although it did draw me a card, and it is good to have. Like, they do have some creature spells, so maybe it's fine to run that. This is the sort of a deck where I don't think that all of my hand disruption is really going to matter that much. I think I just want more things to hold weapons and things to destroy the Planeswalkers. The Lilianas of the Veil. Yeah, let's just do this. Seems fine enough. Alright, what do we got here? You know what? Let's just keep it. We're doing science, right? Normally, I would just, like, I would want to throw this back because it's got absolutely no plays whatsoever, but how do I know that for sure? I mean, I do have all my mana underneath me. I have an Abrupt Decay and a Jite. Okay, they're aggro loaming. Okay, we got a potential Thalia start. Let's lead off on Swamp. I can play Plains next turn if I want, or I can fetch the Forest if I need to destroy something, or the Mox Diamond. I don't see why I would ever want to do that, considering that they have an active Life from the Loam in their hand, but... Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to... Yeah, that's fine. I'll just get rid of... Actually... I'm just going to get rid of the Bayou for now. I'll get rid of Cauldron next time. But there's a chance I could get a Stoneforge, so... I don't want to just, like, dump that immediately. Alright, so we're getting a Forest so that we can Abrupt Decay the Lily. Alright. And then next turn, I'll drop down Thalia. I don't think Thalia is going to do a ton against the lands deck, but, you know, little tax here, little tax there. Oh, that was... I didn't go over it when I was talking about the deck, but that was kind of like my idea for this thing, was I just was building different types of Stoneforge Mystic decks, and I settled on this one because of the Esper Sentinel, and you can also run Thalia to, you know, additionally tax... additionally tax folks' mana. There we go. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of that, because I don't want them to get up on cards too much. And, next turn we'll run out the Stoneforge Mystic, and we'll start dropping big ol'... By the way, Cauldron Compleat is just so cool. Like, Cauldron, like, the whole Cauldron cycle was, like, virtually unplayable when it was first around. Like, you might play it in Limited or whatever if you got, like, the Sword or something like that, but it was not very playable, and I just find it super cool that, like, the Compleat version is just, like, all of them put together, and also, hey, you can actually play it, and it's good. I think that's really cool. And I find the art to be kind of funny. It's just, like, all stapled together on a goo. All right, so we got our big equipment monsters. They do have a Mazavith, and they do have an Assassin's Trophy for the Stoneforge. But because I get to find a land, and what do I want? I think I just want a Plains here. Like, I am gonna have enough mana to cast the Batterskull, so that's good. Ooh, I have a backup land. I'm almost... yeah, that's fine. I don't want to attack with that. Alright, so we have something that can bounce off of their Mazavith, and if I draw one more land, I'm not going to fetch this just to increase the odds. Oh no, my graveyard. Okay, so what do they got? 3 cards in? Oh my god. Alright. Do I have enough basic lands? I don't. Let me search the basic out first. I think I just have a forest left. No, I do have enough. So in that case, I'll get a swamp. And I will get a forest. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna get a savanna instead, so that my prismatic vistas aren't dead. and I can still find something with them. Alright, here we go. Time to rumble with the living weapons. Caldra's obviously going to get mazed, but I'm going to get in there for 4 and gain 4, so that's not bad. Let's see, they got 3 cards in hand. Next turn, I can play Jite and Thalia. Again, Thalia's not going to do a bunch, especially this late into the game, but she's a 2-1, you know? Ooh. Well, I don't know if I can do anything about that, but let's play Jite. Let's equip Jite. Do I want to... I think I'd rather leave up Abrupt Decay, so let's do this. Yeah, I don't really care about Thalia because they have a Caracas I'm seeing now. Okay. Attack with all creatures except for the Dryad Arbor. So now I can at least get another point of damage in here because obviously they're gonna... In fact, I probably should have put that on the Dryad Arbor. Okay, well, I can do that next turn. Alright, yeah, I'll just, no. No, I want to leave Abrupt Decay up. I'll just do it on my next main phase. I'll just move the Jite over. That would have been a better play from the get-go, obviously, but, you know, learning how to do it as you do it. Alright, they're at 7. They got 1 card in hand, and we are on the board. 2-0 in round 1. Alright. With this junk list, I'll open it up again while we wait. Again, see some of you folks have showed up. Hello and welcome. My sideboard's not like a real sideboard. It's just I'm testing with the numbers in the deck and stuff like that, and because I haven't even I find, I don't know, that's just what works for me when I'm building stuff, because it's hard for me to visualize what I'm gonna need for a sideboard before the deck is kind of finished. And I can't finish the deck unless I play with it. It's just, I don't know. I guess if you're really smart, you could probably do that, but I can't hold all of that information in my head of, like, how it's going to work against all the different matchups. So I found that the best way for me to brew is to, you know, just jam a bunch of leagues and see what happens. All right, so we got a Swords on turn 1 here. Whoops, sorry. Opponent. Thought I'd have 6'd. Alright, so they are on Is it Delver, the champion, the #1 legacy deck of the moment. Alright, let's try to get this Delver out of here. Or see if we hit a Daze. I like running the first thing into Daze because I'm never sure if they're a version that runs Daze or not. There's versions that don't. So I like to just test. I like to just not assume that there's a Daze, because playing scared is no way to win. So I don't mind running that in there. I do have an Endurance, which will eventually block this thing, assuming I get another green source. Okay, so I'm trying to think, like, what is better for me to do here. Probably Thalia is the... It's been a while since I've played Thalia, and I think that the only format I've played Thalia in is Vintage, so... Oh, they have sent me a message. So, show chat, GL. You too. Alright, Oh, we got there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get us a forest. And I guess I'll just run out Thalia. Tarmogoyf's pretty beefy, but Thalia is good. Jeez. Thinking too fast for my mouth. Thalia, I wanted to play Thalia because I saw that they had Daze. It's good protection against Daze, and if they Daze it, I have a backup Thalia in my hand, whereas I do not have a backup Tarmogoyf, so that was my rationale there. Chat and game log. Okay. Show game log. All right. So they got Darcy's. Pair O Darcy's. Okay. Let's run out Vista. And they didn't. Okay, so yeah, I can just endurance here, but is that? Yeah, I'm gonna be safe. It doesn't really matter if well, no, I'm gonna attack first. They're obviously not gonna block, but just in case they do, I want to get in my 2 damage. Rather get it in now. Alright. They have seen through my clever ruse. And I am just going to play this now because I don't want to... They can't daze or anything right now, so like I don't want to pass the turn and then lose my ability to do this or get it countered or something like that. And then next turn, I can play the Goyf. Hey, Mem Knight, how's it going? Yep, oh boy, you are Delver. I will say, though, like, I don't mind Blue-Red Delver as a kind of format-defining deck. I think it makes sense to be, like, the villain of the format. It's, like, the things that it's doing aren't, like, super-powered. Ooh. Well, no, I gotta run out the, Goyf. And I'm going to attack because I do have a Thalia. So if they want to throw a bunch of bodies in front of this Thalia, I do have a backup Thalia. Or I could just follow it up with a Sylvan Library. Unfortunately, I can't play the Sylvan Library. I had to make the choice there between that and Tarmogoyf. And, you know, all things considered equal, I'd rather... Ooh. Okay. So I can, next turn, play the second Thalia and the Sylvan Library. And my Goyf is a little bit bigger. Haven't looked at this art too closely. It's pretty neat. I like it. Alright, let's yield to all these triggers. Do they want to get Delirium here? Like, that doesn't seem very good. They're keeping the thing on top, so the they're not milling any cards. So I guess maybe they don't want Delirium because they do have the Endurance out at the moment. Okay, so we got a Tarmo, we got 2 3/4s. Sylvan Library is going to help us out a little bit. Obviously, I'm not in, a position, especially against this deck, to be paying a bunch of life for cards. However, I do have a ton of... Sure. You can bolt my Endurance. That's fine. I don't mind. I have 4 Endurances in the deck. Hopefully I can find another one. So... we'll see what I draw, but Thalia and Sylvan Library is not the worst. By the way, I did look into... I know that my thing still isn't capturing the desktop audio. I tried for like a half an hour, like a little bit ago, and I could not figure out how to make it work. I don't know. I'll have to spend a little bit more time doing it, but it was one of those things where I was like, I just would rather play some Magic. I just don't care enough. All right, let's get the Sylvan Library out there. Let's get this Thoughtseize out there. See what they're working with. Nothing. Okay. And I'll get the Thalia. Did I say Thalia instead of Thoughtseize? It doesn't matter. Alright. Getting in there for 4. Sylvan Library is going to reveal... Oh, wait. Is this the build that I'm running that has 3? No, there's only 2 in this one. There's a reasonable number of Sylvan Libraries here, so the odds of finding another one will be small. This is really interesting. Do you want to... Oh, okay. They're putting a Brainstorm back on top. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Alright. Darcy's have taken flight. MTGO sounds aren't really a big loss. Yeah, that's true. I was going to have music on in the background, though, and, like, I was having trouble figuring out how to... Well, whatever. It's just, for some reason, OBS isn't capturing any desktop audio, and I'm not 100% sure why. But, again, I'll figure that out later. It's not... It's really not that big of a deal. Alright, so I'm dead if I don't find something for these Darcys, but hopefully... Ooh, that's a good thing. Always yes, always yields. Well, I mean... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, yeah, put on top. Put on top. Let's see if we win. Oh no! I forgot! Oh no, I forgot about my own trigger. Ah, that sucks. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that we weren't gonna win there. That was a silly mistake. Alright, yeah, if I would have paid the 4 life and gone down to 1... Oh, wait, no, because it was a fetch land. Okay. So I was just... I was dead there regardless. All right. Great. All right. I was worried there for a second that I had just completely punted it away. But I only did a little bit. It wasn't a punt if you weren't going to win anyway. All right. Let's put in the Abrupt Decays instead of the... This actually, I don't know, like, this sideboard, like, it does look weird, because, like I was saying before, I am just trying to, like, figure out what makes sense, but, like, this deck, it's pretty, like, straightforward, so, like, this is kind of, this sideboard actually might make sense, like, you know, there are some decks where you want to have, and especially in Game 1, you want to have the hand disruption, because you want to learn about what they're doing, but it does make sense that there are some matchups where you just want to, like, take out those things, like, against Delver, obviously, it's not the best, because you're just hitting their 1-drops. You'd rather just kill the 1-drops, because they're getting out there pretty fast. But yeah, like, all right, put all those in. Grist is a little expensive, so I'll put in the Assassin's Trophy. I don't think I need Witch Stalkers here. They're not running the white removal spells. That's basically all Witch Stalker is for. It's against the Bant control decks because they have too many removal spells. All right. Okay, this is fine because I can fetch a... I'll keep. This isn't the greatest hand, but I can fetch a white source with my Verdant Catacombs, so I guess we'll just hope that we don't run into a Wasteland hand. I guess I could have mulliganed this because it's not like a super fantastic hand as it is, but I don't know. I keep more hands than maybe I should, but that's fine. I'm going to call that a personality trait as opposed to a poor strategic decision. I'm optimistic is what it is, you see. All right, we got Darcy Darling here. Ooh. Yeah, you know what? Let's run that out. Let's get that resolved. And, okay. That's fine. I guess what I could have done is just, no, that's fine. I guess I could have played around that by just using Prismatic Ending to kill the Darcy. Yeah, that might have been better. I was a little averse to... that's twice now I've been a little averse to fetching the non-basics. I think that I'm a little gun-shy about it because the other deck, like, it was so destroyed if... Well, no, because I am in the position where I would be fairly destroyed if I lost my white source. So I guess that maybe was a prudent thing to do. Wasteland in the graveyard. Alright, so that's one fewer that I have to deal with. I'd feel a lot better if I drew a Heath or a Prismatic Vista. So we're 10 cards because those plus the... Alright, Darcy's already big. Alright, well, I'll do it now. I'll fetch a Savannah and try to end this Darcy. Chat, what are your favorite Dragon's Rage Channeler abbreviations? Are you like Dr. C folks, or are you Darcy folks? I like Darcy because of the, you know, I'm from Boston, so I like the Dropkick Murphys, and they have a song. They got out the Murktide a little bit before I was ready for it. That's too bad. Well, let's hope that I draw one of the thousands of removal spells that are in this deck. I have, I think, 2 Assassin's Trophies plus the 4 swords that I'm looking for, I guess. I mean, I hope that they don't have Force of Will backup, but you know, what am I gonna do if they do have it? I'll just lose. That's fine. Ooh, okay. Well, I do get to ending this Darcy. And I will... yeah, let's attack first. It's a little risky, but... I mean, if I cast the Grist, they can just respond to it anyway, so... Alright, let's see if Grist resolves. Seems like no. Yeah. Alright. Well, we got those, we got some more removal spells we can dig towards. They did have the Force, so... That's fine. Okay. I'm not 100% sure why you're doing that in my upkeep, but... Oh. Yeah, well... I cast Endurance. Alright, so they won that one. Alright, so we're 1-1 to start. I didn't even get a game there, dang. How much... Hold on a second. How much removal do I have? I boarded... Okay, so yeah, I boarded into all this... Okay, so that was just unfortunate. I didn't draw any of the Swords to Plowshares. I had 2 Assassin's Trophies, and I had 2 more Grists. But, you know, sometimes you don't see the cards you got. Is it possible I want to run, like, Run of Fowls in the board? Probably, right? Huh. Because now that I'm thinking of it, I don't really have... I mean, I do have the 4 swords for the Merit Lodge decks, but maybe I want some of these in there. I like to do this so I don't forget, especially because like I'm trying to stream while I'm doing this. The odds of me forgetting something like that are very high. All right, so one of the things too that I was thinking about with this deck, and it didn't come up so far, which is good. But when I was testing the other version of this, where even is it? Oh, I deleted it. No, I didn't. I was testing out this earlier. Like on my lunch break, this Jund list with Dragon's Rage Channeler, and like this was a very disappointing. If this league gets over soon, I'll do a run with this one. But it was very disappointing. I went like 1 and 3, and then I just dropped because I felt like doing this stream, but. This was very disappointing because I was like excited about all these interactions. Like you got Darcy fueling your graveyard, you got Witherbloom Command that's putting stuff in your graveyard too, and it's rebuying your Urza Sagas, and then you're running Nimble Mongoose, which like you're getting the threshold from the Darcy and from the Witherbloom Command, but it just did not do well against folks. Like I don't know if maybe I had a run of bad luck or whatever, because on in my head at least, this deck makes a lot of sense, and it's like it has a lot of synergy to it, but I don't know, it just wasn't working out. But this is also the first I bit the bullet and I bought Urza Sagas because I figured if I'm going to be playing more, I'm going to need them because they're just fun and interesting cards, and I like fun and interesting cards. So, I have like a lands deck that I was looking at that I might play later. But as for right now, this was kind of the idea that I had for it was using the Witherbloom Command to fix your mana and also to rebuy Urza Sagas in the late game. And also to help you mill so that you hit your Dragon's Rage Channeler and Threshold. Your Delirium and your Threshold, I mean. It is possible. I did try running it with only 3 Witherbloom commands, and I was finding that I wasn't getting them often enough, and they were when I was playing earlier, I found that like they if you're running this, you really need to run all 4 because the mill 3 is really a type of resource that you need for the deck to really shine. I even tried cutting down to 3 for a while and then cutting them entirely, and I did not like that as much. So that is what I'm running with for now. Okay, science. So what we're going to be doing here is fetching the Scrubland. And then we're going to try to take apart our opponent's hand. One of the reasons that I wanted to build this too is that I just don't like all of the blue cantrips. I just don't... I think that there's like a... It's like a flavor of Magic that I enjoy from time to time. It's like a very strong cheese, but like I just don't find the playstyle all that fun after a while. So, ooh, I'm gonna take their. This is interesting. What do I want to take here? I'm going to take their Ponder, actually. I'm going to take their Ponder because they can't cast any of the other stuff yet. And I don't even have a second land, so... Yeah, I'm just going to rip apart their hands and hopefully eventually draw a land. Sure. No. The cheese is good. I look. I go to restaurants, and if Well, not recently, obviously, but like, you know, back when going to restaurants were a thing. You know, we'd go to like a okay, they got that. Nope. I'm glad I'm getting that stuff out of their hand though, because I am not doing so hot on the mana front. But no, what I was gonna say is that when we would go out to eat, um, God, I'm just getting distracted thinking of all of the delicious food. But anyway, when we go out to eat, I don't like getting desserts for some reason at restaurants. So like, I would almost always get the cheese board. I am a big fan of some cheese and just a little bit of some fruit and nuts, just a little bit, and that's perfect for me. I love that. It's the best. Chocolate cake and stuff like that. I just, for some reason, I do not like getting like baked goods in restaurants. I don't know why. I don't know why. I like cheap desserts, like the giant bin of cookies from the supermarket or something like that. For some reason, I don't like well-made desserts. I don't know why. So instead, I have my cheese. All right, so we got Thalia coming out. I wasn't sure if I should lead on that or Stoneforge Mystic, so I figured I'll lead on Thalia and see if that works. Just ramming cards together is my strategy for figuring out what works and what doesn't. Oh, okay, so we are up against maybe something that's not super fair here today. We'll see what they get. I'm gonna guess it's that Demonic Tutor with Suspend. I have no idea what they're gonna get. I don't even think I've seen Spellseeker in a deck. What is this, like maybe like an Esper? Well, they're not Yorion. Expressive Iteration. Oh, interesting. So they're just like an old school Grixis like control deck. Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess I'll attack. And charcuterie board's own. You're right. Charcuterie board's own. I love... basically, if you put food on a board, I'm like pretty much always going to be down. Whether it's the meats of the charcuterie board or the cheeses of a cheese board. I think the board is the important part. For me, at least. Playing around days. Yes, I will use the ability. Now, what do I want to get here? I don't even know what they're up to, so I guess I'm just going to go for Cauldra. That might prove foolish, but... You know, like I said, ramming cards together. I have no idea what they're doing over there. I haven't... The only context I've seen this in is like a Soul Herder deck, I think. I wonder if they're playing Cruel Ultimatum. That would be kind of intense. Snuffed. Oh, okay. They are a Grixis Ninjas deck? Because that's the only deck that I've seen Snuff in. Also, what is with all of the times I've seen Snuff out, it's folks playing with this art, and it makes me sad because I like the Mercadian Masks art because it reminds me of better days. Not that Mercadian Masks block was better days, but the years were. Actually, I will say this. I liked Mercadian Masks block a hell of a lot. I was really into Rebels. I played Lyn Civvy in Vintage. That was my first ever Vintage deck, was a Rebels deck. I sacrificed my dude. Alright, so they are at 4 cards in hand. So I'm gonna try to just run out Grist. Hope they don't have a daze. All right. Well, they didn't have a daze, or they chose to not use it. I've milled a Tarmogoyf. Okay, so that gives me... No, that didn't add anything, really. Everyone loves Rebels. You know who doesn't love Rebels, Memnite? People that work at Wizards of the Coast, unfortunately. In fact, like, I could probably talk about this. I don't care. One of the so like they had like all these different like card design challenges that people could participate in, even if they weren't part of the R&D team. And for one of them, I made a new rebel mechanic, which was essentially it's kind of it was basically like you would search through like a separate deck. You would have like a rebel deck that was separate, and it was like just a bunch of basically like 1-drop creatures of different flavors, and there would be different cards that would let you draw from that deck. So there would like wait, let me do my turn first before I start spewing off about this. Let's try Sylvan Library, because they're a control deck, and I should probably get ahead of things. No? Okay. Interesting. Alright, anyway. Yeah, like, I made, I don't know, like, I made, like, this mechanic that was, recruit is what it was. And you would recruit rebels from your rebel deck, which was shuffled. It was randomized. It was a 10-card deck, and you could build it with whatever 10 rebels that you had. And I made, I think, like 15 or 20 for people to play, so that they could have a little deck building game with the cards. And I thought it was fun, and Rosewater thought it was good, apparently. But the other people did not. Gottlieb sent me like a scathing email about it, about how we could never do it, and it was better for Hearthstone. I was like, okay, well, I thought it was fun. Sorry. Ooh, got some folks there. Got a bonus insect. Okay. This dress stone really doesn't matter, because I already have the cauldron in my hand. Like, I just want the Stoneforge in play. Nice. Alright. That sounds cool as hell. I don't know. I don't know if there's a way for me to distribute that or not. It was for like a card building thing that they had there, but, you know, it was like, the cards were all kind of what you would expect from like a, it was almost like, it was actually like lackeys, now that I think of it, from Hearthstone. I don't think they were out at the time, but it was actually very similar to that. So they were all like, you know, like, they were a little bit better than a 1-mana card, but they weren't that much better. Like, the biggest, they were all 1/1s. There was a 2/2 that entered the battlefield tapped, but there was one that was like a, you could counter, it was a Spell Pierce on it. There was one that, like, enter the battlefield, you could put a +1/+1 counter on another creature. You know, I forget what all of them were, but, you know, that was the kind of gist of it. Was they were all basically 1-drops, or 1.5 mana drops. What do I got? I got 6 in there. Interesting. Well, let's attack, I guess. Can't win just yet. Oh, no, I can, actually. Let's see how this attack goes. Let's evoke Endurance. And hopefully win with Grist. Haha! Yes! Got him! Nice! Grist Ultimate! It's my first time using it, and we won! Alright, what are they what are they doing over there? I don't know how to sideboard because I don't know what they're doing over there. I mean, I guess I'm safe to take out the swords? And I think it's probably a good idea to switch the Kozilek's Inquisitions for Duress, the two the two arts that I like on Duress. Let's try to put in Witch Stalker because Hexproof might make a difference, I guess. And then put in the other two Duresses. We'll run the full boat of mismatched art Duresses. Yeah, I designed a lot of cards that I thought were pretty fun when I was at Wizards. Like, I started a group that met, like, that met every Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. It met once a week, and we would just, like, develop cards. Because one of the things that they did at Wizards was they had, like, hole filling. So, like, there'd be a set, and maybe some cards just didn't work out in testing or whatever, and they wanted to scrap them. So there'd be holes in the set, and then they would have, like, hole filling where they would put out a blast to everybody and be like, hey, we need like like a red enchantment that costs 6 mana and has cycling or something like that. I was there around the time when Amonkhet was getting developed, so that was one of the things. So this hand kind of sucks. They mulliganed though. Yeah, I like having my mana. It's not an exciting hand, but they're still mulliganing. So maybe this Thoughtseize is going to be a champion. But anyway, so like they would have hole filling things. So like, and I was interested in designing Magic cards, obviously. That's why I quit my job to take the job there. So I was like, let's have a hole filling design group and like a workshop. It was like the card designers workshop or something like that is what I called it. Card design. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And like we would meet and design cards, and I think we got like about like a dozen cards into sets. Unfortunately, none of them were my ideas. But the group that I started made like a dozen cards, so like yeah, that's not bad. Ooh, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Okay, that makes sense to me. Yeah, Tainted Pact goes away. No, 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 no. Okay, so they're on Tainted Pact. Okay, I know how to parse this now. I keep forgetting, like, again, I'm still relearning the format, so I forget that Tainted Pact is a thing. But it is. Okay, so that's why the card choices are a little strange. Or unfamiliar, I should say. Is it Staticaster? Doesn't stop this, so, yep, Kaldra. Exactly. Not today. It looks like that's what the guy is saying, too. It looks like he's saying, not today, Satan. He's like, no, no, no. I will not be performing this ritual. Just really doesn't look too enthused about this whole pact he's doing. All right, so on my next turn, I can. It's a little risky, but what I can do is get a second white source so that I can play Esper Sentinel and run out Kaldra. I definitely want to resolve this Esper Sentinel though because they're getting another Tainted Pact, and I don't want them to have that. I need to make sure that I put enough brakes on so that they are unable to do their busted stuff. Okay, that's some brakes too. All right. Let's go. You know what? They're not going to destroy my lands. I'm going to get a Savannah here. Because I want to be able to resolve Endurance at some point in my life. Alright, they're F6'd, so... Alright, so we got Esper Sentinel out. Next turn we can resolve Thalia, and also cheat Sword of Fire and Ice into play at end of turn. So we're not looking too bad. I'm assuming we don't die here. I'm not 100% how Tainted Pact wins. I know that they can use Tainted Pact to find the card that they need because they all run one-ofs. It's Oracle, that's what it is. And they can Oracle in response, or they can Pact in response to their Oracle to deck themselves. So I need to make sure that that does not happen. Alright, let's do that. Let's get that out there. Germ's getting in there for some... I love this art of the Germ, too. Just a little guy. Alright, they've successfully prevented 1 damage. They are at 9. Are they pacting? No, they're Staticastering. To get rid of Thalia. That's right, they did have the Staticaster. Probably should have waited on the Thalia then. Well, I don't know. It's always tough to know because like this, they did have to spend 3 mana to play that. So did that delay them? Like again, knowing how this deck works a little bit better than I do would probably be helpful. I think that they only run 2 Tainted Pacts, and the first one is already gone. So yeah, I'm just gonna yield to that. I have nothing to say about it. They're just gonna run Roughshot all over my X1s. That's fine. All right, they are getting back Spellseeker. What are they gonna get here? Like an expressive iteration? I think that's all of them. Sudden Edict. Okay. Well, I'm happy that they didn't Sudden Edict before I was able to put the Sword of Fire and Ice into play, because that would have made things pretty awkward for me. I guess not really. I could have just played it and equipped it on my turn. And I guess I do need to put all of the eggs in the one basket because they do have Sudden Edict. So I'm going to put the pants on the Germ. Caldera Complayat can have an additional sword in addition to the sword that is itself. I find it strange that the Germ like made hands to hold the sword and didn't just like envelop it or something like that. So I guess it does have hands. I was gonna wonder how it was gonna. I was wondering how I could pick up the sword, but I guess it's just fine and easy to do. All right, let's equip here. And let's play Witchstalker. Why not? Look at how big this dog's face is. This dog is mostly face. It looks like a mascot for like... Yes, I will sacrifice a creature. Like, what is that, like, Looney Tunes dog that was like the white bulldog thing? That was always super jacked and wore sunglasses? Wait, did I not attack? Ah, whoops. I guess I accidentally skipped through it. No worries. I'll just win on my turn, hopefully. We'll see. I mean, they have this turn to put together a win, so... We'll see if they do it. Just the sporting thing to do. To give my opponent a chance to win here. Come on, Jamie. The WVH. West Virginia Hog. Well, let's see if they got it. They did not. They were unable to. I won the match. Oh, well. All right, so so far these matches they seem very decisive. 2-0, 2-0, and 0-2. So far, though, I'm liking this deck. Like, again, I didn't get a chance to test it before this. The deck that I thought I was going to play tonight, and the one that I was testing was this Darcy John deck, but this is performing way better than that one did. Keep. I mean, I guess it just, like, I mean, granted, I'm only 3 matches into a league, but I just mean in general, like, it feels a lot better to play. The other one, it felt like I was going uphill, like, way more than I feel like it should have. Alright, so we have turn 2 Thalia. I'm going to get a forest here and then attack and then decide what I want to do. I think what I want to do is play Sylvan Library first. I think that makes more sense than jamming Thalia. Sure. I will yield to all flooded strands, past, present, and future. You got a snake? You got a snake. Alright. So they're like a Bant pile. Alright, well, let's resolve the Sylvan Library, and next turn Thalia can come down, hopefully put a little bit of pressure on their ponders. Alright, we got a Teffers. Yep. Ooh. Alright. Let's take a little peek. See what they're working with. Thoughtseize you, Martin. Also, the Thalia, I'm seeing Caracas. Can't resolve Thalia against that, unfortunately. Okay, what do you got? Prismatic Ending, Endurance, Snapcaster. Ugh. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Well, let's take the Snapcaster for now. Let's resolve the Sylvan Library as bait for the ending. And then hopefully the Grist will stick. Yup. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I knew about that. Do I want to play... I think I want to play Grist first. I guess there is a little bit of a non-synergy here, like Grist is, potentially milling equipment and stuff like that, which is not ideal. Keeping both. Martin Dominguez. Getting a little spicy over there. Don't overtap for that brainstorm, my dude. Alright, so these Thalias are basically not cards in my hand. I need to remember that they have the Caracas in play. Alright. 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 Let's Thoughtseize. Let's see what they, Let's see what they got over there. Martin. Martin, come on now. It resolves or it doesn't. I guess they have 5 cards. Maybe they got some stuff to think about. I suppose they could be like, well, I gotta brainstorm so I can hide the important things, and they gotta determine that first. Alright. Opening with a Windswept Heatcrack. Okay. What are they gonna jam that's 4 mana? Or are they just gonna play an Endurance? No. Well, maybe, but... Odd that they're heathing before the brainstorm. Well, I guess no. I guess no, it's not odd. That makes sense. They're brainstorming to hide cards. They're not brainstorming to shuffle them back in. By the way, I do like this art on Brainstorm. I am partial to the original art, obviously, and I like the Mercadian Masks art because, you know, I grew up during that time. But I am a big fan of this this version of the art. Okay, so they do have an Endurance. Are they going to target me with that? Because that would be awesome. Awesome, thank you. I can't believe they did that. They shuffled my Batterskull back in for me. Ooh, yeah, get rid of that Force of Will. Yes. Get me Cauldra, please. And... I'm going to destroy their Endurance. If they want to bounce my Stoneforge Mystic or my Grist, they can't even bounce my Grist. Yeah, Artifact, Creature, Enchantment. So if they want to bounce my Stoneforge Mystic, I am cool with that. That is fine. That is fine for me. I will fetch the Batterskull and replay it. Or, No, yeah, I think I do want to do that because I don't think they have... This is something I need to get better at, is keeping track of the revealed cards and clicking them off as they play them so that I remember what is in their hand. That is something that I am not in the practice of, that I need to remember to do. All right. Alright, so they got their lands, they have their Tefers, they have their Snake, they have their Sylvan Library, and they have 6 life. Okay, Teferi plussed, and they're brainstorming. Okay. Sacking the Strand. It's your line, Martin. Swordsing the Stoneforge. Okay, that's a decent line. Ooh. I like that. Let's do that. I have no idea what's still in their hand and what's not. Probably the prismatic ending's gone. Probably their hand is all different cards now. There's no way to tell. There's absolutely no way to tell. I like Grist too. This is my first time playing with Grist. I think like outside of like a limited. I did have like an Leovold deck at one point, a Green Sun Zenith, Leovold, Uro pile, when I first started getting into Legacy, but I don't remember if Grist was even out at that time. If it were, then this would have been in there for sure, but I don't remember ever resolving it, so... Alright, let's put this Esper Sentinel in play so that if they try any shenanigans... Okay, it seems that they have not tried shenanigans. It seems like they're trying shenanigans. Okay. Well, you're going to have to pay an extra mana if you want to get rid of this Esper Sentinel. They did it. They did it. It was fine. Alright, they got a second snake. 2 snakes. Alright, I'm just going to F6 through their turn. Well, I'm up on clock at the very least. Seems like, my Grist probably isn't long for this world. Okay, so they got an Uro, which is fine. I'm assuming that they have another Swords to Plowshares in their hand. Or potentially a prismatic ending that they're going to use to get rid of my insect token. Or maybe they got nothing. Oh no, they have a Jace for it. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty I'm very rapidly falling out of contention in this game. Well, and they left their thing open too. I mean, I'll make the plays I can make. I'll equip. I kind of don't want to play Thalia. Because they can just tap the land. Maybe they're F6'd though. Like, yeah, whatever. I'll just play it. I mean, I guess this is technically giving them information, but... Yeah, they didn't know I was playing those, but... You know. They can only do one thing. They can't cast Swords to Plowshares. They can only Caracas my Thalia. They've done it. 2 snakes facing each other. Like this. The snakes. It's unfortunate to be on the wrong side of yelling snakes, let me tell you. Here comes Uro. Here comes the big boy. Or no? Because you don't have 2... No, you do have 2 green. There goes Grist. Goodbye, Grist. Then comes Uro, I'm guessing. So it looks like if, I mean, you know, a lot can happen between now and then, but if they don't do anything, it looks like I can attack and, I mean, I'm probably not going to deal them 5, because that doesn't make a ton of sense, but, you know, I can deal, it's the 2 damage is to any target, yeah. So I can kill their Jace, which is nice. Or, let's see. Okay, maybe that doesn't make sense. Six, seven, eight. Huh. Well, we'll see what I draw. Okay, what I've drawn is a Verdant Catacombs. So that means that I want to attack. They did have it. Alright, well I can't beat it at that point. You got me, Martin. 16 minutes, so I'm 4 minutes up on clock after that, which is pretty good. Okay, do I want to put in Jite? Yeah, I guess. Like, they have snakes. I think it makes sense to put in Jite. Witch Stalker, I think it makes sense to put in... in which case, yeah, like, I definitely need Jite to help clear the way for the Witch Stalker. I can take out a lot of these Thoughtseizes and put in... I guess Inquisition's fine. Put in some Duresses. Grist the Hunger Tide is good. Thalia doesn't really seem like it's that good against them, but maybe if I get it out on turn 2, it's fine. I don't know. I think I'm going to try to cut that and actually just run a bunch of Duresses. Well, I'll put in Thoughtseize. So, oh, wait. There we go. Mixing up the art. All right, let's try this, I guess. I don't know. I guess Endurance doesn't really do a ton, but it does hold... Yeah, but it doesn't do a ton. It gets rid of... Okay, so let's put the Thalias in for the Endurance, because the only thing Endurance is really going to do is it's going to stop Uro from doing Uro things, but I have 8 cards that deal with Uro, so maybe I'll just use some of those. I don't like this. I'm going to mulligan. I don't think I can deal with a one-lander in this deck. Alright, this is a little messy, but it's better. So I'll keep this one. And I'll put back I guess a Prismatic Vista. Alright. Inquisition. What a show. Let's take the ending. They're going to ponder. I'm going to duress, and I'm going to get their other prismatic ending. Or, maybe I'll take the Force of Will. Nope, I'm just going to play a Thalia. Because that'll get rid of the prismatic ending in their hand. Oh, never mind. It's not going to get rid of anything. Alright, well, I am going to duress them one more time. Wow, I probably should have... Yeah, I'll just get that ending. Okay, so they do have a Force Will. I'm not going to have anything to do about that, so... I will attack with Thalia. Take that. I should have just attacked first. They obviously would have bounced it, and then I could have played both Duress and the Jite. They took the 2 damage, though. That's neat. I guess I should have taken out the Thalias because they can get bounced by Caracas. I mean, this deck, I'm pretty sure, only runs 1 Caracas, so, like, I don't know how smart it is to be you know, playing around 1 out of 60, 1/60th of their deck, but okay, so that's both Ponders. Hold on. Force of Will, Ponder, 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 Prismatic Ending. Seems like they just have a bunch of lands, so let's try to resolve Grist. I think the way is clear. Guess not. What did they... They had another Ponder? Okay. Well, we tried. I think that they're just on lands now, like... Apparently not. They got something to do. An Uro. Nice. Well, they don't have the mana to get... Well, no, they do. Well, I have the Prismatic Ending for it, and hopefully they don't have a ton of ways around that. Let's play the Thalia because we can. And pass the turn. I don't want to play out the Jite. Rather have it be a surprise. I got enough mana that it probably could be. Although, I don't know. Maybe I should just run it out there. I'm nervous because they have Prismatic Endings. Huh. They decided that they didn't want to... Oh, they're using the Uro as a draw engine, I guess. I do not understand what's happening. But if I draw a land, then I can play the Jite and equip it and do the thing I was talking about doing. Looks like no. That's fine, though. I guess I'll take their engineer explosives. I don't really think that's that good, but... You know, might as well. Get in there for another 2. Tie up the game. Alright, so here comes Uro. No? Okay, here comes Uro. No? Okay, here comes Uro. Okay, here comes Uro. Alright, we got there. We all got there. We all got to this board state together. We all worked hard together to get to this point. Alright. Right. I am going to attempt to... Yeah, I do want to do this, even though it sucks. They're going to bounce it back to their hand, obviously, but they are going to have to, you know, do all that graveyard shenanigans again. Oh. Or they can just Force of Negation it. That's fine, too. Yeah, I think that I mess up on sideboarding for this game. the Thalia, running the Thalia into Caracas is probably not the best. Like, and Endurance would have suited me a lot better this game, obviously. Like, am I just dead? I mean, essentially, but that's no way to play. So we're going to run out the Tarmogoyf. And we are going to... Yeah, you know what? We're going to run out the Thalia too. And maybe we can get something going with the Jite. Alright, Martin is committing several snakes to the board. No? Alright, Martin is committing several snakes to the board. They're all giving each other death touch. That's very inspiring. Alright, you got me. You got me, Martin. You got me. You had literally every... you had answers for all my cards. Alright, Martin has beaten me. Alright, so 2-0, 2-0, 0-2, 0-2. Very decisive games. Interesting. Yeah, against that thing, I think that if I would have had Endurance there, I think I would have been in much better shape that match. I don't think that I, necessarily would have won, but, it would have been better. Do I want the run-of-fouls in the sideboard? I'm already, like, looking at the deck for, like, the next league. Okay, so what have we learned so far? What were the decks? So we lost against Bant Control deck and I think an Is It Delver deck? Yeah, I lost because I didn't draw the removal spell against that one Mirko. Okay. Well, I think this deck is a perfect, beautiful child. This deck is my perfect, beautiful child, and I will have no one telling my deck that it is anything but perfect and beautiful. I don't know if I want the run-of-fouls. I mean, like, I guess I should put them in there. Like, I can just cut, like, some Abrupt Decays or whatever. Although I do like the Abrupt Decays because of the, okay. Susurrus MTG. Alright. We're playing against Susurrus. Let's mulligan this hand. Let's mulligan again. Alright, this one's a little bit better. We'll put back the Endurance and... I do not know. Endurance and, I guess, a swamp. Alright. Let's hope nothing bad happens. It looks like something bad is going to happen. Oh, if they're just putting Chalice on one, that's awesome. Oh, Manifold Key? Alright. 2 Manifold Keys. Alright, well, I'm going to open on Thalia then. Okay, I gotta know. I gotta know what they're up to over there. Okay, Karn the Great Creator, Paradox Grid. Let's get rid of Karn for now. Get the tabs open. I don't care about their defense grid, obviously. Alright, they're playing a Mox Opal, so that means that they're going to be able to play Mystic Forge next turn, so why don't we go ahead and stop them from doing that? by Thoughtseizing it from their hand. Whew, okay. Doing a little bit better now. If we draw a land, then we can Stoneforge and... Okay. That's not ideal, but it's fine. So that's going to let them cast their Paradox Engine next turn. What is this again? It's... Whenever you cast a spell, untap all non-land permanents you control. Okay, well... Let's get rid of their Mox Opal in that case. Let's fetch a green source. Okay. And we'll run out the Stoneforge. Which, if I get Kaldra, is threatening lethal next turn. So I'm going to get in there for 2 now. And I'll F6 through their turn. And we'll see what happens. What happens is I won. Congratulations. Okay, so they're on artifacts. So that means duresses come in. Duresses come in. I do not need endurances. Do I want all this stuff? Yeah, sure, what the hell. Put on all this stuff. I don't think I need Swords to Plowshares against this deck. And Prismatic Ending is... Well, I guess it's good against that little stuff like the keys, but actually, yeah, maybe I don't want all these Abrupt Decays. Maybe Prismatic Ending is a little bit better than Abrupt Decay, because it can get up to, well... I mean, it's a little bit easier on the mana for some stuff, but... Yeah, actually, let's just do that. Abrupt Decay is going to be better than that almost exclusively, now that I think about it. Huh. Is there anything else I want to cut for... Well, I guess I can run one of those. Am I cutting too many creatures? Let's just try it. They're a deck that needs a lot of permanents in play, so like just really taxing the permanents in play I think is going to be a good thing for me, but you know, we'll see. Alright, so they're going first this time. 7 cards have entered the exile zone. What do they get? Serum Powder? Yes, okay. I will keep. It's not the best hand, but it's a keepable hand. And I'll start out with Esper Sentinel. I'll fetch a duel. They're mulliganing to 5. Alright. Inventor's Fair, Mox Opal. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll open on Esper Sentinel because I can see that putting the damper on them a little bit. Let's get a Savannah. There it is. Play out that Savannah. Get our Esper Sentinel online. And then next turn, I can Goyf or Duress. Probably gonna Duress. Huh, maybe not actually. Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna Goyf. I do have Grist, and Grist is gonna help me out here. So their Mox Opal is currently not on. Oh wow. They are reaching for this to get the Saga token into play. Okay. What do I want to do here? I think given that, do I just want to still run out Grist? I think I do. Hit an on-land card. Yeah. Yeah, let's get in there for 2. I can always chump with an insect token if I need to. All right, so they're only getting, geez, they are really constricted on mana over there. That's the main reason that I decided to run out the Grist instead of doing like Duress and Stoneforge Mystic. It's just because I feel like I have time. Ugh, maybe I'm wrong. They got a Lion's Eye Diamond with their Urza Saga. Another Opal coming into play. Alright, they got the Mystic Forge. They got another Opal. Not quite sure what they're doing. They don't seem to either. Be quite sure of what they're doing, that is. Spatial Contortion has entered the exile zone. Why is that? Oh, because it was on top of their deck. Okay. I will block with the insect token. Oh, I just get to go? Alright. Well, let's Thoughtseize them. Spatial Contortion and Mystic Forge. Well, I'll take the Spatial Contortion. And then I'll do it again, and I'll take the Mystic Forge. And then I will play Stoneforge. Pretty sure I got this game in the bag. Like, I don't want to count chickens here, but... it seems like I'm in pretty good shape is all. Attack with my folks. And then I'll grist. I'll grist them. Sacrifice a creature for grist. You got gristed. Keep your opponent from knowing your plays by also having no fucking clue what you're doing. That is my main strategy. Oh my gosh. That's actually... so, like... I forget if I told this story, so I apologize if I did. But back in Washington with the Magic players and Jackie and whatnot, they were playing this game that was like a bluffing game, and I am very bad at bluffing. I guess I have a tell. I don't know. I guess I'm a bad liar. I don't know what it is, but I was like losing this game. It was like there were like 7 suits of cards, and the game was you put down a certain number of cards and you say like the number of cards and then what suit they are. So like, you know, like 2 spades or whatever. And then if somebody says that you're lying and you put down like a heart and a spade, then you have to pick up the entire discard pile. But there's no limit to how many of any given card you can put down. So it's just literally a bluffing game. And I just could not. I could not. I just could not. I was picking up cards left and right. So what I ended up doing, you know, because I'm there playing with all the angle shootery Magic players, and I figured they would be cool with this, is normal deck of cards called BS. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they were using curses from Innistrad I think that there were like 7 different suits, or I don't think it was just 4, but I could be wrong. But anyway, you get the point of the game. So what I ended up doing was I just like I couldn't bluff my way out of it, so I just shuffled up my hand and said what I thought it was based on percentages, and I ended up winning the game, and everybody was very mad at me. And I'm like, oh, come on, what? I figured out a strategy to beat you guys. Like, but they were very, very, they were angry. They were very mad. All right, so we got some stuff. All right, so we learned some lessons from this deck. I think I kind of want to run it back. That didn't take too long. So I think I'm gonna try to run it back real quick. But okay, so the 2 things that we hadn't decided on yet was run afoul, and I was trying to figure out. Okay, so here's the thing. So Prismatic Ending, I actually feel like does not make any sense at all in this deck in retrospect. It's like additional copies of Abrupt Decay, because Abrupt Decay destroys not... Well, I guess it exiles instead of destroys, and that's where maybe it's better. But I think in general, it's just not as good as Abrupt Decay. So I think what I want to do is just... Well, I guess Prismatic Ending also can just sometimes cost 1. The one thing I was a little disappointed in was Thalia. You know what? I'm going to cut Thalia. I'm going to run Abrupt Decays in her stead. And I'm going to run an additional Witch Stalker, and let's call that a day. Try a mix of Decays and Endings. I guess I could. I mean, like, right now I'm just going to run, like, a 7. Because I do think that the exile and the fact that you can do this on 1 is very important, actually. Like, especially against those, what's it called decks? The Izzet Delver decks. One thing that I might want to do, and this is maybe a little silly, but I kind of want to try running a 3rd Sylvan Library. So like I have, let's try that. Do I want to, yeah, let's take that 3rd Witch Stalker out. Let's put this 3rd Abrupt Decay in the board, and let's try to run 1 more Sylvan. Because, again, I was testing with more. I know that you're not supposed to run more, but I think that the format is such that I think it's fine. So let's see if that holds up. Exactly, Memnite. Let's run the Triberry. All right. I'm going to call it that, in fact. This is now Junk Triberry. Triberry. All right. All right, let's run it back with our play points. Yes, I know I won the match. I don't care, though. Oh. Moto is pausing there for a sec. All right. Let's do it. All right, we got there. Our windows are all fine. Things are good. Things are great. Things are grand. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great, chat. All right, so what we learned is that this deck has some legs to it. I'm really surprised because that other deck that just had, at least on its face, significantly more synergy did not do nearly as well as this. I mean, granted, it was only 3 and 2, but like I said, you know, I just felt like I had a lot of play. I don't know, maybe I'm just enamored because every time I build it, Jesus Christ. All right. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to concede here. I'm just going to concede so that they don't know what the hell I'm on. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to beat that. Like, all I have is swords in my hand. That's not going to do it. So I'd rather keep the information and not do that. And let's put in all these duresses. Let's see if that does anything. We can take out Swords to Plowshares, and we can take out Prismatic Ending. Or actually, well, no, I guess that's fine. Like, I was trying to think if they might like try to juke or something, which they could. Actually, let's run those, and let's take out one of those. Whatever. Let's try this. Is it right? Who knows? We're gonna try it and find out. All right, let's play first, since we lost the other one on turn 1. Ah, come on, deck. Don't do me like that. Let's mulligan. All right. This isn't the best. Let's put back one of these surgicals. I'm not going to need more than one. Yeah, the hand would have been very good if I had a single land. But, you know, we're running 20. It's going to happen sometimes. 20 is like what most... I guess like the Delver decks run 18. But I got 3 drops, so I'm running 20. All right, let's get a Bayou here. All right, what's going on? You're dazing it. All right. Oh, I don't think I ever changed my, yeah, I forgot to change what I'm doing on Twitch. Oh, well. I'll have to change that afterwards. Ooh, got another Esper Sentinel. That seems really good. Actually, can I do it from here? Yeah, let me change this. What are we running? We're running Junk Stoneblade. There we go. Done. I have updated the title of the stream. All right, we got a third land. Nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna play into Daze. I'm just gonna run out a second Sentinel and really tax their mana. All right. Yeah, I guess. I'll Endurance on my turn to, like, mess up their piles a little bit, but... I mean, I didn't... My opening hand had discard, my second hand didn't, so... You know, I'm not really sure, like, how much I could have done about that, but, you know. I do have Endurance. I do have Surgical Extraction. I don't think that Surgical is really going to make a difference here. It can shuffle their thing, but Endurance is already going to shuffle it, so, you know. One of the things that I noticed is that the Doomsday decks seem to be running Temporal, whatever it is, the Miracle Time Walk. Temporal Mastery or something. I've noticed that they've been running that recently. I'm not sure if that's what this build is running. That would have been a reason to wait until they did the Doomsday to get more information about what flavor of Doomsday they're running. My opponent deep in the tank, thinking about all of the options. Alright, I'll fetch a forest and a turn here. Hope this endurance is good. Hope it slows him down by just a little bit. I mean, they have 5 cards in their grip. This has been a pretty, like, aggressive Doomsday match, I gotta say. They got it turn 1 the previous game, and this was pretty early. Like, they didn't seem to have to do a lot of sculpting. But, you know, now they have a Doomsday in there. Hopefully it'll be enough to buy me. I just need a turn or two, you know? They're only at 6, so... Yeah, Surgical's not really good against this deck now that I think about it. I think my idea was that I would get a discard spell and I would be able to make them discard the Thassa's Oracle and then I could surgically extract it. But it seems like it doesn't really matter. It seems like they're going for it, even despite my endurancing. I mean, at this point, though, they have to go for it. That Street Wraith trigger kind of ensures that they're dead on my turn, so, you know, we'll see. Yep, they got it. Yeah. I guess I can get an endurance. Endurance! Nah. Alright. They were still able to get there. Sure, you can look at my hand. I'll allow it. I'll just let him beat me. Yep, you got it. Good job. Alright. So, we didn't get a hand that was able to beat Doomsday. That's unfortunate. Especially because, like, if you look at the numbers here, like, I had a lot of stuff in there for disruption, you know? Like, I sideboarded in all these duresses, but, you know, sometimes it doesn't happen. That's your favorite Zendikar forest? Yeah, that's mine too. That's why it's in there. I actually really like the Zendikar lands. They're all... If my favorite planes actually isn't the Zendikar, but I wanted them all to match. My favorite planes is the Saga one. Saga was one of the first sets that I started playing around the time of Tempest. So I have a soft spot in my heart for all the lands from that era. This one, I really like that one for some reason. I'm a sucker for floating islands. I just am. It's just a truth about me. So your favorite Zendikar planes too? Nice. Same page, Mem Knight, same page. I mean, that's my favorite Zendikar planes for sure, but that one I really like from the Saga. Oh, where's my match? Where's my match? Oh, I just played against this person. Like, last match. Or, last league. Keep. What were they on again? Were they on, I think they're on, Is It Delver? But, we'll see. Yep. Alright, well whoa. Alright. Start on Esper Sentinel. A little nervous with my library disappearing there, but fortunately it came back. Alright, and we do get to play off of basics this game, which is nice. Because I forget if this particular individual, AJ Dad 420, is running Wastelands, which they seem to be. Okay. No, that's fine, AJ Dad 420. Or maybe it's like D420, like they have a 420-sided die. I don't want to assume that it's the weed number, when it could very easily just be a weed number-sided die. Where's the Saga lands are dope? Yeah. Alright, so it's my upkeep. We're just hanging out. Hello and welcome to my upkeep, everybody. Is AJ Dad D420 blazing it in my upkeep and making me wait while he finishes blazing it? Because that is very rude, if so. All right, let's get a forest here. Let's run out this Stoneforge Mystic. See if it hits a daze. It does not. All right. Let's actually get a Batterskull here. It's easier to cast, and it'll make the race a little bit easier. Ooh. No instant bolt. That's good. Ooh, no, delayed bolt. Huh. What do I want to do here? This is really tough, actually. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass. I want to do all of these things because I'm nervous that Mirko is going to come down soon. I want to get rid of this Insectile Aberration because I'm at 11. Okay. Alright. Well, no Mirko at the very least. Unless it's a post-combat Mirko to make it a 6/6. But if that is the case, okay, and that is the case, that's fine. Potentially. Because now that this is out, I can use my... Yeah, let's keep playing on basics. I can use my Grist to hopefully get rid of this Murktide Regent. And it does work. It seems like it's working. Oh, this germ token is flashing in and out there. I don't know if that's getting picked up on the recording, but it's like it's blinking black for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why. Alright, so now we are in race time. Yeah, it's blinking. Yeah, it's weird. I don't really know what's up with that. What's going on, little friend? My little bag looking buddy. He's so baggy. His skin is all... Is that like articulated spine like part of, or is he just sitting on the edge of it? That doesn't look like it's a comfortable place to sit, my dude. I cannot block. It's fine. Grist is gone. Fortunately, I have an abrupt decay. Ooh. I get to do everything. I get to do everything. Alright, I will... Let's attack first. Do I want to... Let's see, they got 3 cards in their graveyard already. Yeah, I think I want to blow up the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Oh, I've won. Alright. I'm over here thinking about plays I can make when my opponent is just ready to scoop. Alright. Didn't know things were that bad for him. Alright. Abrupt Decays. Assassin's Trophies. Let's run a couple of run-a-fouls. Do I want to side out Cauldra? No, I want to side out this extra Sylvan Library is what I want to do. I mean, if looking at this deck, this is a deck that is absolutely full of hate cards for this deck. I think that AJ Dad 420 was the Delver deck that beat us last time, too. And even if they're not, I'm going to say that they are, so that this can be like a redemption arc. Yeah, I think it was a rendering bug, Ben Knight. I think you're right. Ancient software. Ancient software. Alright, we got a Darcy. Whoops, nope. Let's start out on Esper Sentinel, actually. If it gets dazed, I'm not going to cry about it, and also it just seems like it's going to draw me 1,000 cards, maybe, potentially. Nah, I got a removal spell. You can hit me for 1, that's fine. Alright, let's try. Playing around days. Looks like I'm hitting a force. Nope, a brainstorm. Okay. Alright, Esper doesn't draw a card, but it does tax their mana, so, like, that's legit. That's legit. Alright, let's see if they're able to find their force of will, I guess. They were not. Okay. Alright, let's get in there for 1. Let's give them a little poke. Let's get our tabs open. Lightning Bolt. Alright. That's fine. That Esper Sentinel did some work. I don't know how effective the work was, but it did some work. Okay. Yeah, I don't feel bad about swordsing this Delver, because I have the Assassin's Trophy for the Murko. I mean, I also have a bunch of Grists, too, which will help, but I'm not running them into days. So this seems like a good enough place as any to plow the Delver. Playing with the OG art. I see. I'm just gonna do this now. So that I can get F6 value. Maybe I don't want F6 value because they are paying costs. Alright, so I'm going to wait until my turn. Yep. I'm going to wait until my turn and then blow that thing up with Daze Protection. You can go get your basic lands. There you go. Alright, so do you think that they sided out... Jeez. Do you think that they sided out their dazes? I don't want to risk it. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait and be patient. Opponent is tapping 4 mana. That's got to be a Jace, right? No. Oh, were they trying to cast a Murktide Regent? What the heck was that? What costs... I can't think of a single other card in their deck they could possibly... Because like, if they were trying to cast Jace, it would have just gotten cast there. When they tapped the 4th mana. Alright, well, whatever. Also, this is awesome. Stoneforge Mystic around Daze, and then I am going to get Kaldra Compleat, and then Stoneforge Mystic into Daze, because I do not care if it... Okay, so it just seems like they don't have Daze. I just wanted to check, you know... Nope, I won the match. All right. Again, 2002. I really like Esper Sentinel, I gotta say. I thought I was gonna like it. Like, I saw it. It was originally like, what was it? This like Days Undoing deck that I had. This was like my original foray into the format recently. With Esper Sentinel and Days, and then Days Undoing. And the, you know, the Hull Breachers and the Narsets and whatnot. It's fine. It did well. It's just you know, I get bored of stuff pretty quickly. And this wasn't really my deck idea. It was something that I think that Bosch and Roll had on his channel. I made some tweaks to it, obviously, because I can't not, like, I can't play a deck that I haven't at least messed around with a little bit. It's got to have my fingerprints on it at least a little bit. Because otherwise it's hard for me to kind of understand how the deck works. I really need to like play around with it and figure it out. But anyway, yeah, and I really like the Esper Sentinel in this sort of a deck. Like the Days and everything, like sometimes it wouldn't work out or whatever, but I liked it, and I'm happy with it in this deck. I think that it needs the Stoneforge Mystic. It helps to give it a little bit of an upside, even if it's not always going to happen. It's just the fact that it's in there, I feel like, is valuable. Either dominating the match or losing to Doomsday. Yeah, that's me. I mean, come on. Like, when you think about it, like, it's Doomsday. Like, what are you going to do? The day of doom is there. Like, the world's ending, you know? Well, I guess it's not the world, it's just their world is ending. It's Doomsday for them. And then if it works out, then it is Doomsday for me, but... Alright. Let's see, let's try it, let's see if we can 4-1, let's do it. Oh, I kinda want to keep it, though. I'm playing first, huh? I can't do it. I can't do it. I have a Cauldron in my hand, for Christ's sakes. Alright. Let's keep this one. I'll put back Endurance. and hope that that's not a bad thing that I just did. If I'm against Reanimator, then they're mulliganing to 5 cards. I hope they're not on a combo deck, because I do not have a hand that's capable of beating a combo deck. Let's lead off on Vista, and let's cross our fingers. Doomsday again? I mean, it's very possible. Maybe they just got unlucky. Green Sun. I guess they just got unlucky because they're playing a Zenith deck. Looks like Bug Zenith. Well, let's run out our Stoneforge. The best Dryad Arbor blocker in the business. Let's go for the fences. Let's get the Cauldra. Oh, they're elves. They're elves. Alright, so in that case, we gotta end this game fast. Glad I got the Cauldra. Alright, there's a Shepherd that needs to get plowed. Yep. At least they're not able to get a lot of mana with the Nettle Sentinel at the moment. Wait, why didn't they play that afterwards? To untap? Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Alright, I gotta plow that. Can't not plow Allosaurus Shepherd. Okay, we got a Symbiote. But no Glimpse. I'm attacking for far more than they are, which is, for now at least, which is good. Okay, they're replaying the Sentinel. What is the... I gotta know. Well, yeah. I have Swords to Plowshares up, so... It's a spare Cradle, okay. That case, no, I'm gonna wait. I don't need to plow anything here, so I'm not going to. I'll probably plow end of turn or something. Or maybe I can set it up so that I can win off of plowing their blockers. No, that wouldn't work, because it's gonna give them the life. It would have to be like a 3-1 or something. Wait, no, that wouldn't even matter. No, what am I talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, what do we got? Untapping the creature. They do have a Glimpse. Okay. Well, they've already used the Wirewood Symbiote, so... Yep. This is your time to shine. Okay, so they were able to get an Allosaurus Shepherd. So that is gonna 100%. I'm glad I saved the swords. They can gain 5 here. That's neat. That's fun to do. Yep. You gain your 5. But at least I'm not facing down 1,000 power. Let's play Sylvan Library. No. Why do you need Sylvan Library? You got this person dead to rights. Just attack. Just attack and play your Goyf. Actually, no. I'm gonna play Sword. I'm gonna pass. And I'm going to activate and put Sword into play because Sword... This is Trample, right? Trample, yeah. Because I don't think I'm going to have Lethal without it. But with it, I'm pretty sure I have Lethal. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know what the last card in their hand is. Oh, wait, no, it's still that Gaia's Cradle. Yeah, I'm good then. Surprise! Cauldra, dual wielding. Alright. Got there. I think that Quiznos is going to have a rough time against this deck. Is that their name, Quiznos? It's basically Quiznos. It's not, but it is basically. And then, I will run one Thoughtseize. I don't really want to run Witchstalker. Witchstalker is just going to get blocked by creatures. But I do love this jacked dog. His face is so big. Just love staring at that big old dog face. Yeah, we're fine. We can fetch a white source. Alright, they're opening on Nettle Sentinel. Oh. I'll just pass. Get a basic plains. And then we can play on basics, even though it doesn't really matter. Okay, so the elf that we need to kill is Allosaurus Shepherd, so that is where all of our Swords to Plowshares are going. Remember that Quiznos commercial kind of implied having sex with a toaster oven? I mean, Quiznos played it fast and loose with the ad campaigns. Okay, I don't really care about the Ranger. I don't understand why they're doing it like this, though. Oh, that one I'm probably going to have to kill. Actually, no. I really just need to stay on target and get Allosaurus Shepherd here. That's the main card I'm afraid of. If they... Natural Order, I mean, that's also not very good, but... Alright, Wirewood Symbiote. Yep. What else you got? Alright. Going off a little. Just a little. Decent turn 2 for opponent. Yeah. Yeah, they are they're elfing it up over there. Alright, I'm gonna fetch this end of turn. I don't think I care. See, the thing that sucks though is, okay, I think that I do need to do this here. I guess I should have identified that I needed to do that earlier, but also I'm surprised that that worked, but alright, let's get Stoneforge up in here. Yep. Let's get Jite. And I'll fetch a second white source off of this Verdant. Unless I'm dead. Yep, I'm just dead. What are they beating me with? They got a hoof. They're gonna hoof. They got hoof. Okay. They hoofed me. I've been hoofed. Quiznos has won. A little too fast for me, that game. I got hoofed. I got hoofed. You know, maybe I do want to run Thoughtseizes. Endurance really isn't doing much. I mean, they are a combo deck. And they have some elves that I would want to hit with that, so... Yes, let's play first. Alright. Yeah, let's keep it for science. Sylvan Library could maybe really help me take over this game, but we'll see. And Kaldra, you know, if I do find a Stoneforge Mystic, it's nice to have, you know, a piece of equipment already in hand. Obviously, it's unplayable at the moment, but I think that we will get to a day where it is not unplayable. Nice. I was able to get their glimpse. That makes me feel a lot safer. All right. Off to the library. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? It's in play! I don't know how to say battlefield in Spanish, unfortunately. That was, I had the opportunity to learn how to do it. We did go to, like, a GP in Costa Rica at one point, but I just did not learn how to say battlefields. I mean, there's also other ways that you can learn Spanish. I didn't mean to imply that the only place that you can learn Spanish was at GP Costa Rica. No, actually, yes, that is exactly what I meant. All right, let's pay 4 life to keep that in hand, and let's put this on top, because I don't want it. And, let's fetch a Plains. Spanish cop drama, but they let a bunch of 3rd grade Spanish students write it. That's pretty good. All right, let's ending this first. Because it'll be a lot easier to stick Grist if there's not just a random 2/2 around. Alright, put on top, and I'm going to pay 4 life. Let's get a spare Plains. Let's kill this Wirewood symbiote. Let's get Gristin. Plato or Albano. Man, my like nice. Oh yeah, you drew a bunch of land. Sorry, bud. I took like a little bit of Spanish in I took Spanish in high school and grade school and then in college. So like I know a decent amount, but I'm not like fluent or anything by any stretch of the imagination. But there was one time where a woman approached me at the JFK stop in Boston, and she only spoke Spanish, and she asked me where to find her bus, and I was actually able to help her. She was like, "Buscando el autobús," and I was like, "Ha ha ha! Buscando! I know that. You are looking for a bus, and I will help you." Except I said it in Spanish. But unfortunately, at this point, I haven't used it in a very long time, and I've lost a lot of it. Like, I don't remember how I would properly conjugate "let me help you" or whatever. Like, te ayudo or something? I don't know. Anyway. Magic the Gathering, a Richard Garfield trading card game. So that hand worked out. That previous one that I was just doing for testing purposes. I'm glad it worked out. Another elf deck. All right. I don't particularly enjoy playing against the elf decks, but it's fine. It seems like they're probably a good matchup for me because I run 1,000 removal spells, but... I actually I know I was saying before that, like, you know, my sideboard is just for testing things out, but, like, I've been enjoying it so far, like, you know, being able to choose between whether I want to attack their hand or their board. It's been pretty good. Like, I mean, I guess I could have a couple of more cards in consideration for Doomsday, but I don't know. I also feel like I have a ton of consideration for Doomsday, so I don't know. Let's Inquisition. See if they have a glimpse. They do. They also have 2 natural orders. Holy balls. Alright. Well, I'm not super stoked about that, if I'm being perfectly honest. Alright, I mean, given what they're doing, I think I'm just gonna Swords that elf. That takes them off Cradle mana, too, which is good. And then I can play the Tarmogoyf. Yeah, this works out, I think. I gotta say, too, I think part of... I like playing decks like this. Like, I started playing the other ones because I kind of, like, again, I'm newer to Legacy, and I kind of thought, like, oh, well, you gotta play the blue cantrips in Legacy. That's the whole Legacy thing. You know, because it's kind of the whole Vintage thing, which I have more experience with. Like, if you're not playing the blue cantrips, like, you're on Maverick or, like, one of, like, 2 different deck archetypes, but I don't know, I just don't like playing those cards, and I don't think that they're that fun, and, so now that I feel more experience with this stuff, these are more of the sorts of decks that I like to play. I like to get scrappy, and I like playing Junk. Junk is my favorite color combination. I don't like blue cards. Red is fine sometimes, but I like me Golgari with a white splash. I like playing Vindicates. I like playing Maelstrom Pulses. Dark Naya, yeah. Essentially, yeah. Abzan. I have, like, somewhere, I have an Abzan baseball jersey, because that was one of those things that they gave out to us at the pre-release that we went to. I think it was an internal thing. So I have it, and it just says endurance on it, or it says endure. I forget if it was verb or noun. Glimpse. Taking that glimpse. Attack. I hope I'm able to find that shirt. That was a nice shirt. Alright, we got a Stoneforge. It's mill. And then next turn I might be able to kill them with through blockers with my Grist ult. We'll see. This is funny, too. Like, I'm going to do the Stoneforge Mystic. I'm going to get the Jite. Or, I guess not the Jite. The Sword of Fire and Ice, because we're in game 1. All right. So they are going to hoof, I guess. But I'm not sure if it's going to do much. Oh no, they're one short. Ah, that's sad. They've conceded from the game. All right. They are fully off the heezy at this point, unfortunately. Sad to see it. Sad to see it. All right. Same board as last time. Take out those. Bring in all these. Whoops. I said all these. 2 cards over. We'll just cut the Inquisitions. Like, they have natural order, and that's the thing I want to hit, so I'd rather just leave in the Thoughtseize for those. Goif, 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 goif. So far, the Sylvan Libraries haven't, they haven't bitten me too bad. I don't think I've run into an instance yet where I had, like, multiples of them and I was sad about it, so that's good. Love it when a plan comes together. Okay, we'll see how this goes. This could either be fine or horrendous. Alright. 1 mana. I'm not going to fetch. F6 through their turn. Because I want to draw lands. Because what I want to do... excuse me. Is I want to Stoneforge on 2. And then I want to drop the Jite into play as a surprise after the Cauldron comes out. I'll equip it to the Stoneforge Mystic, maybe, and attack. Well, we'll see. I mean, their board is probably going to have 2/2s on it, so that's... I'll probably just equip it to the Cauldron, but... I need to have 4 lands for that to work. I need to, turn 2 Mystic, turn 3, put Cauldron into play, turn 4, smash Jite. Alright, let's get a Plains and a Forest. Guess it really doesn't matter. Let's get Savannah and Bayou so that I have all my mana. I did this wrong, but that's fine. Alright, so we got Cauldron. Alright. They're over there on 1 land, too, so... that seems like it bodes well for me. But we'll see how it all works out. Alright, so next turn, I put the Cauldron into play. I put my Prismatic Vista into play. Hopefully I draw lands between then and the following turn. So I can run the Jite out, because that would be excellent if I could. That would be like... I think that would pretty much guarantee me the game at this point, given the boards. Although Off the Heezy is not... they're not drawn particularly well at the moment. They have the 1 land and they have 2 Nettle Scents. Duress. Alright, well they know what I'm working with now. They can take the Cauldron, but they can't take the Jite. What are the hands holding exactly here? I mean, I'm assuming that is the visual representation of a non-creature, non-land card, but I just don't know what it is. It's just very abstract. It looks like half of an apple upside down. A little bit. Oh, they did take the Jite. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Huh. Whatever. I'll take it. Alright, so they do have a cradle. Okay. Are they getting Allosaurus Shepherd? What is going on? Heritage Druid. Okay. That makes more sense. Alright, now is it... This is some pretty slow elf playing, I gotta say. I mean, like, no offense, and I know I can play slow too, but, like, geez Louise, come on. Alright. I mean, let's try to get in there, I guess. Like, I mean, yeah, I can't really do a ton other than this. Because they do have the Wirewood Symbiote, so, like, my line would have to be I destroy the Symbiote first, and then I destroy the Heritage Druid afterwards, and that's just, that's a lot. That's a lot to do on the mana that I got right now. So, we'll see how this works. Next turn, if I draw a land, I can maybe start doing that sort of stuff. I'm not going to crack the Vista. Just in case I draw, like, you know, I'm going to need green, green, black, black if I'm going to do both of these, so I'm going to leave the Vista open for, you know, and hopefully draw one of those two mana sources. Alright, we got a glimpse, so I am F6ing. Let's see what they can do. Let's see what they can do over there. Decks like this I enjoy having, like, in paper so that I can goldfish them. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I like having them in paper so I can goldfish them, because I think that they're fun to goldfish, but, like, I would never take them to a tournament, because it just... Everybody's gotta wait on you while you do stuff. Just, I don't know. It's not for me, at the very least. Like, I have, I don't anymore, but I used to have, maybe I'll rebuild it, we'll see, but I used to have a Commander, Animar deck, and that one is really fun to goldfish if you build it from, like, a deck building, perspective, and you build it with a lot of, you know, chains in it. Like, I always found that to be fun. That's my favorite, like, goldfish type list, to see how you can, to see how quick you can kill with Animar. Come on off the Heezy, please. Please. Please, Heezy, please. Please! Please! Please, Heezy. I'm gonna time them out. Alright. Let's see what they can do. They got 6 mana, and they have a Gaia's Cradle that they could potentially tap or untap again. I'm gonna let them play it out, because, like, I'm joking but also serious when I say I'm gonna time them out. Because unfortunately Magic Online does have the chess clock as part of it, so... And if they take this long to combo off and their whole deck is built around comboing off, like, yeah, I'm gonna let them burn through their clock. I'm making good progress on my game recently. I'm excited about that. I figured out what I wanted the protagonist to be. That was difficult for me because I had designed a bunch of different game mechanics. I was trying to figure out what angle I wanted to take. For a while, they were a hero, like a kind of stereotypical Final Fantasy-esque hero that like gets killed in the beginning and then is essentially just haunted by a bunch of ghosts. And they're so they're like a zombie essentially, except they're haunted by like 30 something ghosts. And it was like a deck building game, except the cards in the deck were the ghosts, and you had to like, you know, you could alter the percentages that different ghosts would appear for different decisions and dialogue choices. But I think what I want to do instead is to just have them be a mimic. Okay, so they do have it. All right. But they will probably also be a haunted mimic, so that's still going to be in there. I just really like the idea of you start the game, you make your character walks on screen and to a treasure chest, and they immediately get eaten by a mimic, and then you play as the mimic that looks like your character. Probably going to be ghosts too, just because I like that kind of deck building idea. How like each card is not just like a card in and of itself, but it's like an individual with a personality that has like a different slate of responses that they have for different situations. I think that could be neat. So I'm excited about that. You chose to play elves, don't play it. Yeah. All right, I'll mulligan. Not a great hand, but I'll keep it. Let's toss back a plains. And let's open with a Thoughtseize. Alright, what do you got? Glimpse. Don't like that glimpse. Take that glimpse away. This is interesting. Do I want to get Cauldron here, or do I want to get Sword of Fire and Ice? I think I actually want to get Sword of Fire and Ice. No. No, because then they'll just, like... Well, It'll force them into a position where they have to keep blocking. Is that what I want to do? Oh, no, Jite. Jite is the thing I'll get. Yeah, I'm being ridiculous. Plains, because my mana doesn't really matter this game. Come on. Yeah, I'll get Jite. Yes, I want to use the ability. Get the Jite. I'm not a fan of this Dryad Arbor. I really hope that doesn't mess up my 4th mana. Or I guess what I can do is I can play it next turn. I can play the Dryad Arbor as my land for next turn. That'll work out. Because, well, I mean, like, what are they going to do? Nothing. They got nothing. Wirewood Symbiote. Okay, that's out of their hand. Misty Rainforest is out of their hand. Forest is out of their hand. I'm remembering to do the thing. We're all great Magic players here today. We are all the best Magic players. Alright. Alright. Running out the Dryad Arbor. And passing. Nope, don't want to attack. Alright. Ready for this. We're primed and ready. We're primed and ready to pull the old bamboozle on the elf deck. God, this is going to be so good. If I don't die here, that is. No! That sucks. Alright, well, I mean, I would rather put Jite in play. They can take the Batterskull. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, they have a bunch of 1/1s. I'm going to attack with Stormforge Mystic equipped with the Jite. Like, And I have the Dryad Arbor too. Actually, the Dryad Arbor might come in clutch. Because, you know, they will be able to double block my Stoneforge. The Stoneforge will die. I'll get the 2 counters on it. I'll kill the other elf. And then I need a creature to put the... Oh, interesting. They took the Assassin's Trophy. Huh. Well, whatever. What else you got over there? Elvish Visionary, was that this? Yes, okay. Yeah, I'm confused too, Memnite. I'm not 100% sure what's going on over here. Chat. Chat, do you know what's happening? Chat. Chat, I need your help. I hope you heard my SOS Morse code message, chat. I don't know how that picked up, and if it was very loud, I apologize. I mean... let's get another Plains. They can just bounce the elf, so... Let's run this line. Let's run this line because I want my creature to have trample. Because I have a second Stoneforge. This all works out great. Alright. Alright, here we go, chat. All we need is one more. One more turn. We'll put the Jite on the Germ, and we'll have Kaldra become double complete. That is bonus completion. That is New Game Plus type strategy there. Alright, we got Heritage Druid. That is... I don't like that one bit. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Alright. Just need to not die this turn. That's all. Once Kaldra gets in there, we're good. We're good to go. But I do not like this turn of events. Okay, can't be countered. That's fine. What do they got for 2? Collector Oof. Ugh. I do not like that. I do not like this. I do not like any of this. This is bad. This is bad. Alright. Well, sometimes things don't work out as planned, but that's okay. We're gonna do our best anyway. We're gonna put the Batterskull into play so I can get F6 equity. We're gonna put the Esper Sentinel into play. We're gonna crash in. I guess because of what they have, it doesn't... Because of their board, the Allosaurus Shepherd isn't super intimidating at the moment. Like, as long as they don't have a Gaia's Cradle in hand or on the top of their deck, I think we're in okay shape. But, like, they don't have that many elves is the thing. They have an Oof. They have 2 insects. They got a Dryad. And they have just barely enough elves to get a Heritage Druid going. Gosh. Such good art. I love that. It like reminds me of Rebecca Guay's stuff. But apparently it's by Larry McDougall. Wait a second. Do you not know that it has trample? Huh. I guess they don't know it has trample. That's why they took the trophy, I guess? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that does make that line make sense. I'm glad we now understand why that happened. maybe they knew it has trample, but like I like to do stuff like that sometimes, to be perfectly honest. If I know I'm gonna bounce the thing anyway, I'll just like put it in block and then bounce it, just because it's a card game and you're supposed to have fun with it, and sometimes that's fun for me. But it does make you look foolish to some, I suppose. Especially on Mitgo, because you don't see their face and that they're being cheeky with their silly plays. Alright. So they got a Savannah over there, so they have access to white mana. Not quite sure what that does for them. They have a second Shep. Okay. I'm not terrified yet. Should I be? I feel like I should be. Oh, it's this same one. They just replayed it. So what's the last card in their hand? I don't know. Oh, they're just getting their visionary going. They're just drawing. They already played a Savannah this turn, though, so they're not, like, drawing to a Gaia's Cradle, really. They're just going off a little, I guess. Just a little bit. Alright, well, I hope I draw one of my 800 removal spells so that I can get rid of this Collector Oof and equip my Jite, but we'll see, we'll see. My opponent... down to 7 minutes on the clock. Playing elves. Oh my god. Oops. Yeah, that. In case you guys haven't seen it, this is what my game looks like that I'm working on. It looks like this. Oh, do I actually have a thing to do? Oh my god, I do. Oh my god. Guys, I have something I can do. I'm going to... murder this Collector Oof. Because you can't return that one to your hand. And it also removes, like, that as a chump blocker, because obviously, like, they're at 9. I'm going to be attacking for lethal here, and I would be... I guess they do have a 2/2, so I can't attack with everybody, but that's fine. Kill the Oof. I've killed the Oof. The Oof is dead. Long live the ooflessness of this current board state. This is what my game looks like. It looks like this, and you talk to people? It's basically about making friends with monsters so that you can solve space mysteries. It doesn't start out that way. It starts out and you're, like, not able to communicate with people. Essentially, you just, like, mimic whatever they're doing, and a lot of the times that gets you into trouble. But, yeah, the thing, too, is, like, this game is not going to be out at any point soon. Like, I'm going to get it done, but it is literally going to take me years, because my vision for the game, which is closed at this point, it's not like an open-ended thing, but it does have, like, multiple stages that I'm going to have to program completely different, like, systems for. You going to do me like this off the heezy? Actually, can they kill me from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Yeah, because they all have trample. Ugh. This is the worst. Like, I don't feel great about this. I really don't. I really don't feel good about this, and I hope they know. I hope they know that they've made me feel sad with their slow playing and their eventual winning. Hoof is fun? Hoof can be fun. Hoof can be fun. Hoof can be fun if you get it out on time and it's like, okay, yep, you combo killed me, that's fine. But slow playing on Magic Online is rough. Like, there's many reasons, obviously, why somebody might be playing slow. But, so I'm not gonna, like, hold it against them or anything like that, but, you know, it doesn't feel nice. At least if you're, like, in person, you can be, like, chatting and stuff like that with other people, but here, I can't talk to anybody. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, chat. I love talking to you guys. All right, what do we got going on over here? We got Polluted Delta. I wouldn't care so much if I wasn't also making content. All right. So they're on a preordain, which means they're doing something not fair. So I am just going to jam this Stoneforge Mystic. That was not the right move, Mark. Come on. Should have got a forest into play so I could play the Endurance, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess it really doesn't matter. Because I'm putting Cauldra into play next turn. So that's my turn 3 when I would be playing the Endurance. So I'm only going to be getting it in on turn 4. Preordain. Alright, that's fine. Never mind. I don't get to play with a Cauldra. Alright, let's get this Esper Sentinel going. My senses have been numbed from the last match. Seems like a pretty good deck to have resolved Esper Sentinel against, if I'm being perfectly honest. Kani? They are a Birds of Paradise from Ravnica. Alright, what do I want to do here? I don't really know what they're doing, so I don't want to, like, slam Grist. I think I'll leave Endurance open. Actually, no. Well, they're on, like, they're casting Preordain, so, like, it looks like they're not doing something fair, but they also are on Bug, so, like, I just don't know what they're doing. Because mostly people don't play Preordain, they play Brainstorm and Ponder, and then Preordain to supplement. Okay, so they have Fae of Wishes. Which I'm just gonna murder. Not quite sure. But, whatever. I don't have to understand. Just have to turn my creature sideways. Alright, so what do we got going on here? Let's actually try to understand. We got Fae of Wishes, so they're playing with a wish board, I would assume. Alright, let's use this one. Because I have a second plains, so... let's get the forest... Alright, let's do that. And they can make me not discard a card and lose 2 life. They can lose 2 life and discard a card from their own hand for 1 black mana. Just hanging out in my upkeep again. How's it going, chat? Welcome to my upkeep one more time. Alright, let's get the plains. Playing Stoneforge Mystic before I activate my Grist. You know what, let's get this Sword of Fire and Ice in here. Let's get that going. Let's get some flavor of land with this. I guess I'll just get a... Yeah, I don't want to get... I'll get... No, my gosh! I hate that I just did that. Oh my god. Alright. I'm just going to attack like normal. Just normal attack. Normal attack. Not going to equip right now. I'm leaving a mana open. For a reason. There's a good reason that I'm doing this. I'm an idiot. It's fine. Alright, my opponent has 8 cards in hands and 8 life. 3. It really doesn't matter because I have them dead next turn regardless. I shouldn't beat myself up about it. But that was foolish. That happens to me a lot where like I'm on one line and then I like have ADHD brain and I'm just like, ooh, what's that? Oh, I can do that. That's optimal in this other way that ruins my first play. Alright, I don't know what the hell they're doing. It looked like they maybe were on like an Uro pile, so I'll put in Witch Stalkers and take out these Abrupt Decays and... I don't know, resubmit, I guess. I don't know what they're doing. I'll mulligan this hand. I'll keep. My gosh. Alright. Let's throw back the Batterskull. Start out on Esper Sentinel. Great way to start. And then I'll Inquisition the following turn. Is that what I want to do? Is it better to Inquisition? No, it's better to Esper Sentinel first. They're thought seizing me, so I might not even get a chance to Esper Sentinel. Let's see if they give Esper Sentinel the respect that it deserves. They do. Okay. In that case, we're just going to do an Inquisition. Alright, what are you doing, Connie? Nothing fair, it seems. Take the Duress so my Grist can come out and not be destroyed in my hand. Oh wait, no, that's not how that works anyway. It's a creature. As long as it's not on the battlefield. So they wouldn't be able to... Well, whatever. They were going to get my Grist anyway. So what are they doing over there? Are they just like a Doomsday deck, I'm assuming? Oof. Hope they're not. I'm pretty dead to rights to a Doomsday deck at this point. Well, play a Prismatic Vista, and I will get a Plains, I suppose. Then I'll get Forest. They got over there. They have a Veil of Summer still, and that's all I know about, I think. So they have a Veil. So they're up to no good. Whatever they're up to, it is no good. Nothing good happens under the Veil of Summer. Nice. Slightly punished, I suppose, for optimizing for the Swords to Plowshares against a deck that clearly does not have a creature. I'm going to be able to Swords to Plowshare. Alright, remember for the future. A learning moment. Alright, I'll pass here. Still don't really know what they're up to other than something that's not fair. Forest. Forest. Alright. Throw down this Endurance. Guess I'll put their graveyard on the bottom. I don't know if it matters. But it can't hurt, I don't think. So get the Stoneforge in there. Actually, just a second. Rinsky. I cast the Stoneforge. You know what? I think I'm gonna get the Sword of Fire and Ice. And then play it because they can't get it out of my hand. And they might... I don't know what they have in their hand at this point, so it might be more discard spells, so I'd rather just take the thing that I know I can get in play this turn. Yeah, discard Tribal, exactly. That's why I made the play I just did. I don't know if it was a good play to make, but it was the play I made, so I hope it was fine. Alright, and I do have a backup Endurance, which is good. Attack with everybody. Yeah, if I got Cauldra, I don't really think it would have sped up my clock any. So I think this is good. Plus I can just get Cauldra now. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, don't do that, Mark. Nope, no, no. I'm going to leave up Endurance. Because that's my one meaningful way of interacting with this player's deck at this point. Getting Cauldra Compleat is just getting... is just getting a win more thing that I'm not maybe even going to be able to use. Is this the last match of this league? Constructed. It was. Wow, what a boring last match. Alright, so we got 102 new items, so I'm assuming that means that, yeah, we did go... Wait, is that 3 and 2? So, no, not the best, but not the worst. So we're, like, putting up decent numbers. Okay, so what did we lose to? Let's have a post-league recap on this weird brew. Okay, so, let's get all of our stuff situated. So, what did we learn? We learned that sometimes, despite having all of these hate cards in the sideboard and lots of them in the main deck, that sometimes we just don't get them. So, it happens. And I think that those were the matches that we lost. Like, we lost to Doomsday and we lost to Elves. And I had all of the tools for both of those decks. Like, I mean, we have these Duresses. So I'm not sure if there's anything that we could really learn from those matches. Certainly I could have played better. There's always something to learn there. But, you know, that will take time, and that's not as easy to fix as the deck itself. But I don't know. Overall, wrapping up thoughts, I thought this deck worked out pretty well, and I'd be interested in playing it again. I'll probably do another stream sometime, I don't know, this weekend-ish. Not on Friday. I have some stuff I got to do then, so I'll probably be on Saturday or Sunday or something like that. But probably stream this again, and then maybe I'll stream the updated version of this this deck, because this deck is a lot of fun. Although I have been enjoying playing the 60 card deck, so maybe we'll just stick to this. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds in the future. All right, folks. It's been fun. And I will see you guys in the future. Goodbye.